A load of you have been asking me to do yet another Nintendo Switch video, so I'm doing just that. I'm bringing back the Pimp My Nintendo Switch series, and this is going to be the official episode 2. My plan was to bring it back every couple of months, so if you see some products that you like, hit me up on Twitter. I've got a ton here which I know some of you will love. And let's just jump straight in. And basically this series wouldn't have been made possible if it wasn't for a sponsor, because these accessories are quite expensive. So BagSmart has kindly basically sponsored this episode. They do camera bags, they do laptop bags, but they also do accessories for the Nintendo Switch, like this one here. This is their protective case for the Nintendo Switch. Very, very sturdy. It's stylish. I'm digging the French look to it, and it's hardback as well, hard case, meaning it's gonna protect your Switch. So quickly, before I jump into the main accessories, this is what the BagSmart Nintendo Switch case will look like when you, and if you pick it up, you can put in your games in here, which is quite nice. I like that it's protecting your games as well. A lot of cases don't do that, so you just pop that up there, and then you've got your Nintendo Switch in there, which fits absolutely perfectly with Joy-Cons. But my favorite bit is this compartment here. Very, very strong, very sturdy, so if you were to pack this out a bit, you're gonna have no problems at all. And I've got a couple of Joy-Cons in here. And these are actually my fake Joy-Cons. If you haven't seen these, there's a video I done on these. They're fake, they're cheap, but they actually work. It's got the accelerometer in there as well, whatever you want to call it, the rumble thing. It's all in there. Check out that video if that interested you. So a big shout out to BagSmart for sponsoring this video and making it possible for me to afford all these accessories. So here it is, the first product, and by far my favorite product of this episode, and it is the Pokédex JoyCon holder. Now, as mentioned before, these are all 3D printed, so you could probably find the file somewhere, or you could buy it off someone, or you can go ahead in the links below and check out the product for yourself if you don't have a 3D printer. So this is what it looks like. Really, really cool. Let's pull out my Switch here, and my Joy-Cons, my custom Joy-Cons here. Again, I think these were in another Pimp My Switch episode. Just look for my channel, you can see them if interested. So here are my Pokemon Joy-Cons, and I'm going to attach these onto my new Pokédex Joy-Con holder. Now, the cuts are pretty simple. It's not too crazy, like they slide on, but they're not gonna lock. They might be a little tight, but just push them slowly and you'll be fine. They do lock. Do they lock? No, they don't lock, but they do kind of like slide in quite nicely. And the other side, like so, and boom. Oh my God. Look at that. And you're probably thinking, is that it? No, my friends, that is not it. This Pokédex actually opens up like the old school Classic did, and it greets you with some game card holders. Now, I think I have a game card. I do. It's in my BagSmart. And they'll just slip in quite easily, like so. You just pop them in, and bang. There it is, holding your game cartridges, and you just shut it closed with some magnets here, and you've got a Pokédex Joy-Con holder. So when you're playing Pokemon Let's Go or any other games, this is gonna look really, really sweet. And if you want to, just slide off your Joy-Cons like that, and you're ready to go and catch some Pokemon. Really, really sweet. I'm digging it. I might add like a little Pokemon sticker here, which resembles my old Tiger one back when I was a kid. But I'm digging that. Absolutely by far my favorite accessory of this episode. And this was only £30, I think. So 40 bucks. I say only, that is a little bit expensive, but you know, this is a great accessory to have for you Pokemon masters out there. So that is product one. Now the next product is a little weird. It is this. You're probably wondering, what the hell is this? But it comes with this, and it comes with this. Any guesses? You probably didn't, but if you did, fair play. It is actually a Switch dock lock. So let's say you have your Switch in the office, or you're somewhere over your friends and you're leaving it for a while and you don't want anyone to steal it. I don't know why they'd steal it if they're your friends, but hey, this is actually a cheap lock for your Nintendo Switch dock. I'll basically just show you, right? So you've got your Switch dock, you slide it in like so, pow, you chuck in your Nintendo Switch like that, so it should look like that. I'll zoom out a bit, like that, right? a bit weird. And then you actually lock this onto the back here like that. And then it goes into these little holes down here, allowing you to actually put in a lock and lock it up like so, and you can take the key. And this thing, like, admittedly you could use some force, but that isn't coming out. The idea of this, right, is that you basically lock it up like I did here, and then you use these holes on the back to attach like a wire to it, and then you attach that to your desk. So if they did want to steal it, they'd have to take your desk with you, or they just smash this apart. And you're probably thinking, okay, that's only a bit of plastic, but trust me guys, that is in there. You could definitely break it with a ton of force, but they'd have to make a lot of noise to get into it, and then you just kind of lock it up or unlock it to take it away. Now, it's not the most strongest of locks here, but the holes are pretty big there, and if you wanted, you could switch it to the other side here and lock it down here. Obviously, this middle one is probably a bit more secure, but again, you can do the same and lock it up, and then you have your Nintendo Switch dock lock. I'm digging it, a little bit weird. Again, this was £25, you're looking at $30. It can come in a different bunch of colors, but it's the first I've seen of the Nintendo Switch lock dock. Very, very weird, but I kind of dig it. Great invention, not bad for the price either. And you can get to all of the ports, so can your cables, and you can slide on and off the Joy-Cons. So the next item has been featured in another video of mine, but I love it so much that I need to share it with you guys, because it's quite big as well. It couldn't fit on my table, and this is it. If you've been a long-time subscriber, you would have seen this, but it is this. You're probably thinking, what the hell, Brandon, what is that? So this is actually a dock for your Nintendo Switch, and if I open it up like so, I don't know if you can see in there, but your Switch goes in there. So there's basically a USB-C cable in here, don't know if you can see that, just in there. And what I do is you take off your Joy-Cons, obviously, and your Joy-Cons actually fit in the back of this, just like so. Kind of fitting with my Pokemon themed going on. And what you do is you plug in your dock down here into the USB-C port, which acts like a dock. And then this cable here goes into the USB-C cable in your actual dock. So in this. So what you do is you'd have this hidden away, you'd put that in, lock it in like so, there you go, and it's basically just an extension cable into here, and that's when your dock, or your Pokemon dock here, will turn into an actual dock. And you can close it as well if you want to play on the go and you know, keep it all hidden. It won't overheat in there. I've never had an issue, and I've been playing for hours on end with it shut, so it won't overheat. But it's a really, really nice feature. You can add in stuff. You can add an amiibo here. You can chuck in some accessories like I have here, the Pokeball Plus, and it is just a really nice way of kind of... So I have this in my flat, and it looks really cool just by the side of my TV. Look at that. That is one hell of an accessory. And this was kind of pricey. It came in at £80 on Etsy. But they've gone into a lot of detail on the inside and on the the lid and down here as well. And the fact you can add your Joy-Cons and amiibo, and you've got 5 card slots here. It's great. I'm loving it. It's a great little gift as well for someone into their Pokemon on Switch, and it looks pretty badass like on your desk or in your flat. So there you have it. I'm loving it. And it kind of looks Lego-y, you know? They've done a really great job. Obviously, they have to paint it, etc. It's got a stand, so it's not going to move anywhere. And I'd say that's about a meter-long cable as well. So your Switch can be quite far. So yeah, there is the Pokeball dock. It is big. It is big, but I love it. And the final product in today's episode, this one's kind of small, but I love it. So if you've got a lot of Joy-Cons like me, you're going to need this accessory. It is this. Nothing crazy. You're probably like, what do I do with this? Is this a knuckle duster or something? No, this is just quite simply like a $5 or a £5 Joy-Con stand. So what you do is you get your Joy-Cons, you slide them on like so, and you can actually display these in your bedroom. Where's my Joy-Cons? The Joy-Cons are in my Pokeball, that makes sense. And you can display them. So if you're like me, I do collect my Joy-Cons. I've got my Sonic ones and I've got my Pikachu ones like so. And you can just have these on a stand, in your flat, in your home, on your desk, or in a display cabinet. And you can basically just display all of your Joy-Cons as well. And if you wanted to, you could turn them around if you want to get real fancy, like so, and pow. Really, really nice, very, very cheap, cost me a few bucks. And if you've got a 3D printer, like I said, you can print these yourself. I'm sure the files are going for cents. But yeah, I'm digging that. Cheap, cheerful, and it means you can display your Joy-Cons. So there you have it, guys, a quick episode of Pimp My Nintendo Switch. Let me know which one of these was your favorite. Personally, for me, it has to be this, the Pokédex Joy-Con holder with game cartridge slots in as well, and it shuts. You know, you could have, you know, I was gonna say your cheats on here, but that doesn't really exist anymore. But yeah, really, really digging that. By far my favorite. So let me know in the comments below, and let me know if you ever come across any crazy Switch product. Please do tweet me it and let me know, because I'd love to feature it if it's pretty good. So there you have it. Yet another episode of Pimp My Nintendo Switch. Make sure to subscribe to see episode 3. If not, I hope to see you around on the channel. As per usual, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.